Hey guys, it's Nevada. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about how to become a loan signing agent. My last video was on how to become a notary public in the state of Nevada. So if you're interested in learning more about that, go ahead and click this link right up here. You can go back and watch that. I go over all the steps of how to become a notary public in the state of Nevada. So if you've already done all that by now, you should already have your bond and you should have your commission back. And if you haven't already, go ahead and sign up for the loan signing system with Mark Wills. He is fabulous. His course is great. He walks you through all the steps too. So even if you don't live in Nevada, he will walk you through the steps that you need to take for whatever state that you're in. And while you're waiting on your commission, because it takes a few weeks to get your commission in. So while you're waiting, it's a great time to start going through that coursework so you can learn all the loan documents and you'll already be ahead of the game on becoming a loan signing agent. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and click the link down below on the loan signing system and you can get started on that right away. So before we jump into today's video, please make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Talking about how to become a loan signing agent. So like I said, you should already have your bond and now you should have your commission. So the next thing you're going to need to get is your stamp. You cannot officially notarize anything until it has your stamp on it. So that's what's going to be next, is just ordering your stamp. So I ordered my stamp through the NNA, which was great for me at the time, but looking back on it, I probably would have just ordered my stamp through Amazon because it is significantly cheaper. It was just when I was purchasing everything in the beginning through the NNA, it was just the easiest way to go when I didn't know. So since I am here giving you guys my tips and tricks, I would say you can order your stamp on Amazon. And I will put a link down below. I found literally my exact stamp on Amazon. You just fill in your information. So the state of Nevada on your stamp requires, let me show you my stamp here. So this is my stamp and they just require your name on here, Notary Public, State of Nevada, your appointment number, which is your commission number, and then your appointment expiration date is printed on there. And then you don't have to have the state seal, but you can choose to have the state seal put on there. So another quick tip too, before, when I ordered through the NNA, they required a certified copy or an original of my commission certificate to prove that I actually am a notary public. So I don't think that Amazon requires that. However, if you do have to do that, I would highly recommend sending in a certified copy instead of the original. Just because when I did it, I sent in the original. I guess if you send in your original, just write down your commission number because you're going to need to know that for other things that you're going to be signing up for. So if you don't have your commission number, then you can't do that. So just write it down and or get a certified copy and send in the certified copy so you have that original when you need it. So yeah, that's the only thing for the stamp. And also the link that I'm providing down below, they had a whole bunch of states that you could order for your state if you're a notary public in a different state. So they gave you all the requirements for the different states. Whichever state you were in, they could get your stamp for you. The second thing on the stamp is that I only ordered one, which was fine. You probably don't need to have more than one right away, but I would recommend getting a second stamp for a couple reasons. It's nice to have a backup in case you pull yours out to look at your commission number for something, and then you leave it at home, you have an extra stamp in your bag. And when you go to order your second stamp, order a size smaller. So I've come across many forms that I have to stamp and my stamp is too big. And when you stamp in the state of Nevada, you cannot stamp over anything that's pre-printed. So it has to be a blank space. If your notary stamp is touching something, they can kick it back to you. So it's nice to have just a smaller size stamp. So I'll show you my other stamp. So this was the original stamp that I bought, and then this is the second stamp that I got. So you can just see it's just slightly smaller. So if you have two stamps, then you can fit that smaller stamp into some of those smaller spaces, which is nice. So that's it for the stamp. Oh, and I did buy again, I didn't even think about Amazon. Well, I did, but because I wanted the smaller stamp, I didn't exactly know what size to get, so I didn't know how to order it on Amazon. So I went to a local store here in Vegas. It was called A1 Rubber Stamp. They were really great. My stamp was back in just a couple of days. It was like 30 bucks. But for me, it was worth it, the peace of mind to know that I was getting that smaller stamp. But again, I'll link a description, or I'll link a stamp below for that smaller size, and I'll tell you the sizes that mine are, because it has it printed right on the stamp. So I'll let you know what I ordered, so you can just make that process a little bit easier for yourself. So the next thing you're gonna need is E&O insurance, which is errors and omissions insurance. So again, I initially got mine through the NNA, but found out that probably, as a signing agent, that probably isn't your best option. They only cover general notary work, so they don't necessarily cover signing agent work, so going over all of the real estate documents and stuff. So I ended up switching my insurance over to Bic. And originally they recommended I only have $25,000 in E&O insurance. But then when I was signing up for a lot of signing services, they wanted $100,000 in E&O coverage. So that's initially what I got at Bic, which should be plenty for a notary that's just starting out. However, I do now have 1 million, and that's only because I had one title company that told me to be a mobile notary for them, I had to have 1 million in E&O. So I checked into it, and it was literally like an extra $30 a year. So I figured that was totally worth it. So I do have 1 million in E&O through Bic. And again, I'll just write that, I'll just write it down below for you guys. I can attach Bic's link so you can just get straight to it if you like. So the next thing you're going to need is to get a background check. Just about everybody requires a background check, and they require you to upgrade that, to redo it yearly. So again, I did that through the NNA, and the NNA was a great place to get that done. You can do that just initially when you sign up for an NNA membership. Just go to the farthest right column. You really don't need anything more than that unless you want to. It was the cheapest option when I purchased my membership through the NNA, and I purchased a background check, and then I think the NNA like signing agent course, which a lot of places like you to have as well. So just the background check through the NNA is great. And then the next thing you're going to need is a journal. The state of Nevada requires notaries to keep a journal. So you have to purchase your journal. Again, you can order that through the NNA. I did not. I ordered mine on Amazon, and I have ordered a whole bunch of different kinds of journals. I'll link my couple of favorites down below. The only requirements for the journal for the state of Nevada is that you have to have the date your notarization was performed, the type of notarization, so if it was an acknowledgement or a jurat. They want the title of the document, and then they want the name and signature of the signer and the type of ID that was used, so whether it was a driver's license or a passport, and then if there were any fees charged, what those fees were. The state of Nevada does not require a thumbprint, but that would be the other thing. Make sure you check your notary laws for your state. If your state requires a thumbprint, then you'll also have to get an ink thumbprint pad, but Nevada does not require that. So if you're in Nevada, you don't have to have an ink thumb pad. Okay, so next thing on the list is a notary bag, or a messenger bag, as some people call it. It's just the bag that you're going to carry all of your stuff in, like your stamp and your journal and all the things that you need to get through the day as a notary. So let me show you my bag. My mom actually got me my bag. Thank you, Mom, for Christmas off of Amazon, and I love it. Let me show you. It's sturdy, and it has the strap on it, and I get so many compliments on this bag, and it comes in lots of different colors. And just make sure, like, the one thing that you need to make sure when you order your bag is that it is long enough to fit legal size documents. So you just have to be able to fit legal size documents. So like, I always carry this this big long, this is a legal size envelope, and I carry this in there to carry my documents in. So just make sure that you can fit, legal size documents in your notary bag. And again, I'll put a link in the description below to this bag, and it comes in so many different colors, and I'm not kidding. I get compliments on this thing like once or twice a day. The first bag that I got, I liked it and it was great, but it just, this one stands up by itself on the floor, which is also one of my favorite things about it because it doesn't flop down and then your stuff isn't falling out of the pockets on the inside. So it was a reasonably priced bag, and it does the job fabulously. So if you're looking for a notary bag, definitely check this one out. So the next thing is, when you are notarizing real estate documents, the loan documents, they always want in blue pen. Like 99% of the time they want it done in blue inked pen. So you just have to make sure you always have blue pens on you, because trust me, not everybody has a blue pen. Everybody has a black pen, not everybody has a blue pen. So make sure you carry those with you. And I ordered like 3 boxes of Bic Blue Pens on Amazon. And so you can just hand them out. It's not a big deal. They're super cheap and they work great. So always have blue pens on hand. Okay, and last but not least is, if you're looking to be a loan signing agent, having a printer is important. If you want to sign up for any of the signing services, you have to be able to print your documents. So this is probably going to be the most expensive part, and you don't have to have a printer. If you have access to a printer, you can even go to FedEx and print. It costs you, in the long run, it's going to cost you more money to print at FedEx or Kinko's or something like that. But in the very beginning, it might be cheaper to do it that way. So that's another option. You definitely don't have to have a printer, but it is beneficial to have a printer, and a dual tray printer. So that just means you have the printer, and then the printer has 2 trays. So one for letter size paper and one for legal size paper. And I do have a printer in my car. I don't have 2 trays for it. There's a multi-purpose tray that folds down, and I just have that set so that the legal documents print from my multi-purpose tray. So you don't necessarily have to have a dual tray, as long as you have that multi-purpose tray that you can slide legal size paper into. So I have, both of my printers are brother printers. I have a 5200 and a 6200. And personally, I did find both of mine on like Facebook Marketplace. So if you're comfortable with doing that, it is a great place to find used stuff. And both of mine do work fabulously. I actually bought them both from notaries who were not doing it anymore, or this other guy was moving and so he didn't want to move his printer. But if you're not comfortable doing, the Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist thing, you can definitely order it on Amazon or Staples or anything like that. And I'll put some links in the description below for you to find those if you want. So yeah, and then the only other thing is like that you have to have paper. So letter size paper and legal size paper. And again, you're just gonna order those on Amazon. Every once in a while, I can find a better deal at Staples, that kind of thing. But typically the cheapest place to get it is just on Amazon, and it's delivered right to your door. It's fabulous. So that's pretty much it, guys, for what it takes to become a loan signing agent. That's going to be pretty much all the things that you need. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, because I will keep videos like this coming. Like I said, I do have a mobile office in the back of my car, so I'll do a video on how I set that up, and also some tips and tricks for that, because I went through a whole process trying to set that up. So yeah, just give me a like and hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys again next time. Again, I am Nevada, and I'm your Nevada Notary. Thank you so much.